Tune into Nice Radio every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. for A View from the Outside, hosted by Brereton Horne. A View from the Outside takes a look at key issues affecting St Vincent and the Grenadines and gives a global perspective on how these issues are viewed. Host Brereton Horne will examine a variety of topics to enlighten, stimulate debate, and explore solutions. Hear the facts, hear the real-life stories, hear A View from the Outside. Join Brereton Horne at 7:30 a.m. every Saturday on Nice Radio for A View from the Outside.
This society needs a spectacle. It might help us to see some need.
On A View from the Outside this week being the 26th of March 2022, we look at consultation. Consultation, consultation, with the view being that citizens and people of St Vincent and the Grenadines are continually being disrespected as the evidence surfaces that the regime would initiate a project without any consultation with the people whose lives and livelihoods are being affected and disrupted. The Macmillan Dictionary defines consultation as a discussion between people or groups before a decision is made. And the Oxford Dictionary states that consultation is the act of discussing something with somebody or a group of people before making a decision about it. Also, the Local Government Association, the LGA of England and Wales, states that consultation is technically any activity that gives local people a voice and an opportunity to influence important decisions. It involves listening to and learning from local people before decisions are made or priorities are set. Those definitions tell us that a consultation involves a discussion with local people before deciding to do something which affects or will affect them. A consultation is listening to and considering the views of local people before deciding on an issue which affects or will affect them. A consultation takes place before, not after, a decision is made to do something. And the definitions tell us that a consultation involves people and taking their views into account before, not after, deciding to do something. It is with those definitions in mind and with a series of examples why we on A View from the Outside have chosen to look at this topic today. Failing to have a consultation with people, local people, can and often leads to protests by the people affected. An example of such protest action became evident recently on the international stage. The protest was staged by the indigenous people of Belize, who were already furious that 12,000 acres of their land was taken away from them under colonial rule. On the current royal tour of the Caribbean by William and Kate, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, who are on tour to canvass support for the Queen's Platinum Jubilee to mark her 70th reign on the throne. They, William and Kate, were forced to cancel an event because of protests by the indigenous people of Belize. It is reported that the indigenous people of Belize were specifically incensed when it transpired that the helicopter of William and Kate was given permission to land on their football field without any consultation with them. When they became aware of it, they mounted a protest, and because of their objection and protest, that part of the royal scheduled visit had to be cancelled. That protest action by the indigenous people of Belize ensured that their wishes were adhered to. The situation in St Vincent and the Grenadines pertaining to the lack of consultation with the people has revealed the total disrespect with which the people of the country are being treated by the regime. The situation regarding the quarry project in Richmond in the constituency of North Leeward has exposed such lack of consultation with the people and the utter disrespect of them by the regime. It is already revealed that up to 100 acres of prime agricultural lands under cultivation in the picturesque area of Richmond were taken away from farmers without their knowledge and leased for a period of 30 years to a stone quarry mining company from St. Lucia. Some of the farmers have been occupying and farming the lands for decades. The farmers bemoaned the fact that it was only after the company moved in and started the excavation and in the process destroying their crops that they had any knowledge that their lands were being taken away from them. The evidence shows that the regime made no effort whatsoever to have any consultation with the farmers or the local people. They disrespected them all completely. And to add insult to injury, they tried to wiggle out of the quagmire by trying to lie to say that there was consultation, when in fact there was no consultation. Well, in the face of such complete lack of consultation and total disrespect, the farmers and the local people, and all Vincentians for that matter, have seen what can be achieved when people stand up for their rights and they do not just accept things being shoved down their throats by those who hold the reins of power. The indigenous people of Belize have shown that. Since the exposure and revelations of the quarry project in Richmond, more is coming to light that such lack of consultation and complete disrespect by the regime is not confined to that project or to that area. The people of the town of Layou have now revealed that there are 2 quarries in their town, the operations of which are adversely affecting the people of the local area. It is apparent that the people of Layou were also treated with the same lack of consultation and disrespect by the regime. It seems that the regime took no time to listen to the people of Layou. They took no time to hear their views. Now that the quarries are in operation in Layou, the complaints from the people are many as to how the noise and dust are affecting them. The children, the elderly, and the most vulnerable are particularly affected. Since the debacle at Richmond, the people of Layou have become more vocal. They are in fact asking for support of the rest of the nation to highlight their plight. We, on A View from the Outside, urge all Vincentians to hear their plight, and in good neighborly fashion, we encourage you to support them. Cry shame on the regime for their continued disrespect of the people of the country. Cry shame on the regime for their gross failure to have consultation with the people. There's also another situation currently brewing in Layou. During the current week, the people of Layou have been highlighting another instance of lack of consultation and disrespect with which the regime treats the people. The residents have been vocal in raising the issue of the regime's intention to build another wharf or jetty on the beach at Jackson Bay in Layou. The residents are clearly concerned to the point of anger by such intention. They say that there are already 2 wharfs or jetties and that there is no need for another. They say that another wharf or jetty will leave very little or no beach for the residents themselves to enjoy the beach. They say that there has been no consultation and they fear that their views will not be listened to. For this issue, the residents of Layou also need the support of all Vincentians to help to highlight their plight. And we, on A View from the Outside, call on Vincentians to support them on this issue also. Here is where the residents themselves are asked to blitz their member or members of parliament and the relevant government departments with letters, telephone calls, and the like to express their concern. Get a petition going and secure the signatures of the residents and ensure that they are on board and let the regime know about their objections. There are many more instances when the regime has disrespected the people of the country and have failed to have consultation with them. The failed cross-country road is one such instance. The failed geothermal project is another. The regime's vindictive vaccination mandate, which they implemented and used to sack hundreds of workers, is another example of their lack of consultation and total disrespect for the people of St Vincent and the Grenadines. And of course, there are many other instances of the regime's failure to have consultation, both on mainland St Vincent as well as throughout the Grenadines. We, on A View from the Outside, encourage you to identify and highlight those other instances. Showing gross disrespect to the people, showing gross disrespect for the people, and failure to have consultation with them need to be challenged. It matters not whether the failure to have consultation with the people comes from a prince, a future king, or queen. Any such disrespect must be challenged. It matters not whether such gross disrespect and failure to have consultation come from those who hold the reins of power in the country. That objectionable behavior must be challenged. It matters not that they may try to intimidate you by demonstrating to you how powerful they believe they are. Any such distasteful behavior must not be tolerated. Challenge them, hold them to account. Not having consultation is disrespecting the people. Not having consultation is showing contempt for the people. When there is no consultation, things can and often do go wrong. When there is no consultation, things go wrong, and it is the people who suffer the resultant effect. We, on A View from the Outside, join the people of Richmond and surrounding areas in North Leeward, and we join the people of Layou and those throughout St Vincent and the Grenadines where disrespect and failure to have consultation take place. This goes beyond the parameters of party politics. These are instances and issues which affect the entire country, and so everyone needs to get involved. Everyone needs to get on board. We encourage you to lend your support to your fellow citizens. We implore you to get involved and help your fellow citizens. And as you do that, we ask you to bear in mind the definition of consultation of the Local Government Association of England and Wales, which says, consultation is technically any activity that gives local people a voice and an opportunity to influence decisions. It involves listening to and learning from local people before decisions are made or priorities are set. Until next week, this is Brereton Horne with a reminder to send your feedback as usual to aviewfromtheoutside@hotmail.com. We also invite you to visit and like our Facebook page at A View from the Outside. And we ask you to visit and subscribe to our YouTube channel at JMB Horne. Have a pleasant Saturday, everyone. Have a wonderful Sunday and have a productive week ahead as we all make the effort to support our citizens, our fellow citizens, to end the disrespect and lack of consultation.